Hi, my name is Cindy Rang.
I'm Brandon Motzkus, and today's FabriChat.
Good morning.
Hi.
Also known as the Maisie Show.
She's all good. Happy this morning.
Well, we broke the internet last week with your purple hair.
Love
Are
it.
you calling it pink?
I don't know what color it is. I don't even care. I think it's pink,
What
but
kind you loving it?
I know up top it's really more of that, purpley pink color. But, the reason we kind of did that is it'll fade to a lighter pink versus, over time it'll be pink instead of that more purpley whatever thing going on. But
Well, I still think it's
awesome.
fantastic. And everybody agreed with you that Miss Harper should not get to color her hair. She has the most beautiful
red,
rich,
beautiful
color. Color that people spend a lot of money trying to replicate.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, so she's going to get extensions when they come in.
Yeah, little
Hair
things.
clips.
And you guys might see her more. Do you think that might work out? That she'll be here in the afternoon?
Yeah, maybe a box opening or two. You might see every once in a while because she'll be in. She'll start the morning with me here, and then she'll go into daycare, and then after I get Wyatt from school, she'll be here with us. So there's just like the other time where you saw Wyatt after school. Same might be the same case. So we'll see.
We can hope. We can see the kids more often. So this morning, we had a short-lived thunder and lightning. Did you?
Yeah,
see
it
it?
totally woke me up.
I did, me too. But I didn't know what it was.
Oh.
I didn't know what it was. Because we were trying to decide last night if we should water or not. It's like, well, it's supposed to rain. Okay, but is it really supposed to rain? They say that. And then it was a 30% chance. And so I thought, and 30% chance. And then how much rain are you really going to get?
Did we get that much rain?
No, we didn't get that much rain. But what happened was it was about like probably 2:30.
What happened? What changed? Do you need this? No.
Probably about 2:30 this morning. I just saw this little flash of light outside of my bedroom window, and I thought,
who's out there with a flashlight?
right, I thought Tammy. We have a neighbor who walks her dogs pretty early, and I thought, wow, she's up kind of early. Dogs must not have been able to sleep, or I didn't know what was going on, so I thought it was her. And then a few minutes later, I saw this flash again, and I thought, okay, wait.
Who's out there?
It's not Tammy, and why is she flashing a flashlight around? And the only thing that's out front is my car and Pa's car and Pa's pickup. And I thought, we got some little prowler out there. So I'm laying there for a little bit thinking, well, Pa should go investigate. And then instead I thought, well, what? Maybe it was something else. So then I'm kind of like hyper aware of, was it my phone flashing? Was it his phone flashing? Was it something else? No, it was definitely coming from outside. So I got up and went out and looked, and I heard the thunder before I saw it. And it's like, oh, that's what it is. And so I thought, okay. But by then I'm like wide awake. And it's
a little
like
bit of adrenaline pumping.
A little bit of adrenaline. And I thought, heck with that. So I thought, well, I'm just going to stay up.
Yeah.
And so I decide, well, I'm just going to go ahead and stay up. And so I start the coffee. And, of course, you do what you're going to do when you're just going to waste time for an hour, right? Get your phone. And I thought, well, I'm going to look. Because I was a little bit worried because dry lightning, it hadn't started raining yet.
Yeah.
So, we live in the desert and everything is really dry. And so I kind of worried a little bit. And I thought, well, I'm just going to see if there's maybe any threat of fires. And, of course, who do you check? You check Facebook because Danielle down the street knows where the fire is before you hear it on the sheriff's site, So went on Facebook and I'm checking. Nobody else is awake. Nothing else is happening. Everything is fine. But what happened was, on Facebook you get these little reels that the Facebook algorithm will choose for you. You guys know how that works, is that they watch everything you do and everything you click on. And so, on my algorithm all the time is babies.
Cats and dogs,
and quilting, and cooking, and gardening. It's pretty much all I ever click on.
Yeah.
Right? And so, yes, it's me getting your foot.
What are you doing down there?
You want to get your foot?
You can play with it.
Your feet are cold.
She's like, what is
I know.
Oh,
I knew she was
whoa.
going to like it.
What are you doing?
I knew she was going to like that. I really want it.
Now I really need it. Now I have to have it.
Now I went. She's going to break it.
I know, right? Maisie, that is not baby
You're
poop.
so tough. I'm going to take it off.
Here you go. Ruin the fun, Maisie. She's like, yes.
Give it to me now.
Look what you got.
The universe will give it to me, baby language. So anyway, one of the things that was on my little mini reel, it's a 2-minute thing, if you click on it, and it's always kind of something funny or whatever. I mean, I guess depending upon what you pick, but anyway, it was this baby reveal, gender reveal party, which I never click on those.
Sure.
So I didn't know why it was suggesting for me, so I thought it was kind of funny. So I clicked on it, and there was this little party in the backyard, and I'll see if I can find it, and we'll link it to the end, but there was this little party in the backyard, and it was, the husband and wife, and they had this big black balloon, and they were talking about popping it. Well, the funny thing is there was this grandma, I think it might have been the dad's mom, the guy's mom, and she's like totally mugging it. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, best day of my life. And she's acting like a total good. It's like, honey, step out. Step back. This is not about you. This is not your party. And so she's acting like a total goon, And all of a sudden they get ready and he goes, oh wait, I don't have scissors. And so he sneaks off into the house, And then he comes back with his second balloon.
Oh.
Twins, right? So grandma's going, oh my God. She's like, screaming, acting like a total goon. And it's like, oh, honey. Step back. Yeah, calm down. Step out of the shot. Let's let something else. So anyway, so she's acting like a goon. And anyway, so they're getting ready. And she's just, wow. And all of a sudden somebody says, oh, where's Amanda? Or whatever name they said. I don't know, where's Amanda? We can't do this without her. And all of a sudden she comes out with a third balloon.
Oh, no.
So here I am sitting here. I think my emotions have not yet woken up. Only my brain has. I start crying. Oh my God! And I'm like, just like hysterical. I mean, not just like tears. I mean, I'm like, sobbing. So then what happens? Pocket
comes out! No! That's the worst part. Being caught.
Was so bad. Because he goes, what? What's wrong?
Why are you up already?
Nothing. Nothing.
Like,
Nothing's wrong. He goes, what? What is it? What? I said, it's nothing.
I'm not going to tell you.
I'm just watching something on Facebook. What? What is it? It's like, oh, I don't want to show you.
Someone's having twins. Who is it? I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, he just like kind of like, is the coffee ready? I don't know. It might be. I know. Nana,
that's
so
hilarious.
Crazy. I know. So anyway, we'll share it for you. And I mean, I don't even know that it's all that emotional. I think it is kind of funny though that grandma is like totally losing it. And watch it be somebody that I know. Oh my God, that's me. We've never met, but I'm Callie. But anyway, it was pretty funny. So anyway, then I was up, and then what happens is I was a little late for work this morning. I got here like 45 minutes late or something. You get drunk on time. We've talked about this before, when it's like, oh my gosh, I have all this extra time, and then, you start doing something really stupid that you really should not have done, and then before you know it, you're out of time. Late. Sorry, but anyway. And that's why you don't do Facebook in the morning. Go do something else.
One, you're still emotionally unstable. Two, you really don't have time to be there.
So many reasons. So many reasons.
That's so funny.
Anyway, crazy. So let's see. The other thing though, talk about emotionally unstable. Story of my life.
We've all been there. It's fine. It's fine.
We all have mothers. Yes, I know. I know it. Well, it's kind of funny because we were talking about movies. You noticed too that Sunday was like Cinema Day or
National
something.
Cinema Day or something.
And so tickets were $4. Well, Sunday night, Pa says, "Hey, National Cinema Day, we can go to the movie for $4." A little late.
It
was like, and like you were gonna take me to a movie. Well, no,
it's Sunday. You have to be there at like 4, maybe 3. You don't do any late showings on Sunday night.
No,
That's hilarious.
and then he asked what was playing. I said, I have absolutely no idea. I don't know what was playing.
Where are you going?
And so, but it made me think. The Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. Did that ever come to theaters?
I haven't seen it here.
Because somebody had said, because I had heard about it, and then here's what, so there's a little bit more to this. So I'd heard about that. I remember that being my favorite book when I was super young, evidently like 6th grade. I don't know when I read that, but anyway, I finished a book on tape. You know, my friends have got me stuck on these books on tape, and so I finished one, and it was a little bit. I mean, it ended fine, but it was kind of gruesome a little bit. I mean, I like suspenseful, I like historical.
A little too descriptive?
A little, yeah. So I kind of felt like I needed something just really funny and fast. So anyway, for some reason, this Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret popped up as a suggested title, and I thought, I should read that. 3 hours. A 3-hour.
That's a drive.
That is a drive. That is house cleaning.
Yeah.
Gardening. It's like, man, that is like just a really fast thing. So I decided, well, I'm going to do that. I'm going to listen to it. It's still as cute as ever. But what's funny about that is that it really is for a young audience. It really is for either somebody who's quite young or somebody who just wants a little bit of melancholy. You should listen to it if you never did read it. Well, it's really about a 6th grade girl that has a conversation with God every night, and what she really wants is boobs, and she doesn't want to be the last one to have a period, and the whole thing about boys, and so it really is very cute. But I think the other funny thing about it is that what I really realized in listening to that again is that we were so innocent compared to today's kids.
Oh, I believe it.
We were. Things that we didn't know, things we would never dream of wearing or saying or, whatever. And just, all of it. It was really a step back in time, really, to listen to it. But the other funny thing is that I remember telling you guys when we were talking about that movie that my favorite part in that book was when Margaret, there's some boy who is in the living room and she comes creeping out, and then her mom sees her and says, "Oh, Margaret, Moose is here on the couch waiting for you," or whatever. And it was just this horrifying thing that something had happened for her to not want to see him. Wrong book.
Really?
It's not in that book. So now my brain, I went down this whole rabbit hole search for how do you find out a little snip. I know, because I don't even know the name of the person. I don't know the name of the boy who was sitting in there. And now I question all of it. I just know she was, because the other books that I was sort of addicted to when I was that age was the Great Brain books. Maybe it was in one of those, but man, I don't have time to listen to. They're all also probably an hour and a half to 2 hours. But anyway, if anybody knows what I'm talking about, which is so unlikely, or if there's some way to find out.
Yeah, I don't know, because I know you can do it with like music lyrics, as you can type in whatever little phrase you remember, and it'll pop up. But I don't know if you can do that with books.
Yeah, because I don't know that I don't remember enough of it. Obviously, she was crawling.
But yeah, if you guys think of it, put the title. Yeah. And if you remember the author in the comments, and then she can Google it and then read the back of the book, essentially. Yeah. And see if that, sparks some interest.
Because I feel like I would remember if I read it. I was a pretty voracious reader, even as a kid, but I didn't read. I got stuck on those Stephen King books, but not until I was a teenager. Anyway. Goosebumps, that was long after my time. Yeah. Anyway, so... let's see. We did have some questions. Oh, you know what else? Because when people were telling us what national day it is, so somebody mentioned, well, you don't tell us that anymore. And it is kind of funny because I did look it up for today. It was the same thing. It was all kind of silly things. I think it's like Toasted Marshmallow Day.
What are you doing?
And I think it's something like, Mixed Spice Day or something like really weird. It's like, why does that get a whole day?
Right.
I think it's a stretch sometimes, but I did miss. And like National Dog Day or something, or Love My Pet or something was like Saturday. I think there was some day that everybody all of my friends, pictures of them and their dogs, and I sort of missed out on that. So I do need to remember that more. But what I do know about today,
don't get your bunch of glasses.
Take them, get them. What if I say no?
Take these. You can't tell me no.
I say no?
You can't say no.
Don't poke yourself. Don't poke yourself.
No, that's not how you play with them.
Stop it.
That's my toy. Slime 'em.
I got these.
I go on my face.
Anyway, tonight is a super blue moon.
Ooh. I noticed the moon was getting, more
bigger.
Full. Yeah.
And you know what that is? Do you know what a super moon is? Mm-mm. So when the moon orbits the Earth, it's kind of like an oval a little bit. And so when the full moon happens when it's closest, that's a super moon.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's
it looks like you can just touch it.
Bigger. Yeah, bigger and bright, 14% brighter and whatever. It's not truly bigger, obviously, but it looks like it.
Sure.
And then the other thing is that it's a blue moon. You know what a blue moon is?
No.
A blue moon, Trivial Pursuit people,
Tell me.
is when there is a second full moon in a month.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. So this is a super blue moon. And the last time a super blue moon happened was 2007 or something. It won't happen again until 2034. Don't quote me on those. Yeah, don't write that down as your Trivial Pursuit. Look it up, but it's something like that. It's for a while.
Good.
But anyway, so it's going to be super full tonight, and this weekend is the Moonlight Madness.
Oh yeah,
out on
Soap Lake.
Soap Lake, which is kind of fun. We take our kayaks down and we decorate them, and then there's prizes for best dressed captain, best theme, whatever, most lights, because we light everything up, light up the kayaks. And then at dusk, we all go out on the lake together and meet in the middle. They used to call it meet in the middle, and they used to call it all kinds of things, but now they call it Moonlight Madness, so that's
awesome.
Saturday night. Which, of course, the full moon is tonight, but, no one wants to do that on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
So, we're going to wait.
You
don't want it anymore.
You done?
Yeah, you done?
Moving on.
I got this. Should I wear these as earrings?
I got this too.
Her and Lizzie have been fighting over a little puppy dog.
Oh my God.
Lizzie has torn the eye off, which means it's now Lizzie's.
Yeah. It was the nose. There's
the nose.
There's no little nose bead anymore. And Lizzie totally wants it. So we keep giving Maisie her little... Lizzie's duck that we brought to work. She'd leave Maisie's toys alone. Oh, it's on.
It's on.
She don't care that she's a baby.
No.
If it looks like it's toy mine. Unless you give me that puppy, then maybe we can share it. Maybe.
So the other question was, people had asked, so I'm glad you brought these. We'll talk about these in a second. So we talked on Sunday.
Oh, no.
Somebody had questions about crayons. Do you want out?
And the phone drink. There's a whole lot going on. Good gravy.
She's fun. Okay, we want out?
Oh. Is that better?
Is that better?
Is that better?
Her hair. See her little curly hair?
Yeah, she's got curly hair.
Sometimes it stands straight up, and sometimes it's just like one curl, like a roller.
Oh.
So anyway, on Sunday, for Sunday's box opening, I think was when it was, we talked about color crayons on fabric, and so Brianna had said she was going to bring her quilt. So this quilt with these blocks here, this was from her 6th birthday. So what we did is we took these white pieces of muslin and we put freezer paper ironed to the backside so that it felt like paper. We gave everybody crayons and they drew whatever picture they wanted and they colored it, and then you have to heat set it with a paper towel, and then it's permanent. Because again, what's happening is the ink dyes the fabric, and then you pull the wax off when you're. I'm getting that phone. When you're pressing it, and then it's permanent. I mean, that is
It's old.
24 years old, and it's used a lot. Ooh, it has been used a lot. And the yellow, because I was talking about the yellow not being so great. It is a little bit pastel, but a lot of it too depends on how you can color more. But I was thinking, you know what I was thinking we could do is, and maybe we'll talk about it more and kind of announce it tonight because I need to talk to you about it. But you know what I think we should do is I think we should do a watercolor block class, like a Zoom class. And I think we should do it the same time as the Christmas retreat, because we could do it there, film it, like take like 25 people in the class, and they could be a part of it. Does that?
Oh,
Because I brought that stuff to remind, because what we had done before is we took a, you had machine embroidered, I think we did snowball blocks. I mean, not snowball, snowman blocks. And so we have to have time to mail everybody the same block, and then get your supplies.
Should we give me a chance at me?
And then get your supplies, and then we'll do it together, and I'll show you how to use watercolor pencils and water to get kind of a cool effect. So I think that'd be kind of fun.
Idea.
Because then we could do it, because I wanted to teach that anyway in our retreat. And then we could also invite, I don't think we could do more than 25, because I think we would have to be able to manage it, make sure that people were answering your questions, and we would have to do it together. But I think that'd be kind of fun. So we'll have all of the details, and then we'll mention it again, and then we'll have probably by tonight when we turn it on, we'll turn on the sign up for that. So
Very cool.
yeah. All right. Okay, so then we'll talk to you more about how this whole thing works. This one right here was done with markers.
Yes.
Yeah.
With fabric markers.
Fabric markers.
And that was just a panel.
Yeah.
That we colored in.
No
whatever
longer
we wanted.
available.
Oh.
Don't want it.
I have a cool black and white alphabet panel, I think. If I do, I'll link it in the description below for you guys.
And then the other question, which kind of is like laundry, and we are going to finish that this week. We're going to go out and finish up the laundry video so we can post that for you guys. And then we're also going to do a Daisy House tour for you guys, because no one will be in there this weekend, because this weekend is Labor Day weekend. And so we've got an empty weekend. So we're going to, she's got some ads there. And so we're going to do a quick little tour video for you guys. People have been asking a lot about that.
And we do have a video on how to treat your antique quilt, because we've gotten a lot of questions on how to wash, great grandma's quilts, and how to do that. So that's the video that we're going to do that'll air next for you guys, is that video. So you know how, if you use that retro clean, you know how to use it. If you don't even know what I'm talking about, it talks about it. So if you do have an antique quilt or something very delicate, maybe a wedding quilt, or a wedding dress, you can treat it the same way. So we do have that for washing, but then, our washing one will be more just in general, whether you are making a graduation quilt or whatever, just normal quilt washing.
Yeah. And then Pam Friend from Oregon. Did you know that her son's house burned down?
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, great big huge fire, lost everything.
Hi.
And they were able to salvage some things, like the bedroom, I guess, didn't burn or whatever. But so now they've got all of this smoke damage. And so she asked, did I know how to get the smell of smoke out? I do. So it's a funny thing, because this is a quilt block, and this quilt block is and it says 1898 on it. You can see that on this particular one, everything that was silk has deteriorated, but the cotton stuff is still there. You can see the back of it. So 1898, it was stored in a trunk. Smelled so bad of mildew and all of that kind of stuff. So smell this.
Doesn't smell like anything.
Doesn't smell like anything. and this is something that could not be laundered.
Right.
Could not be laundered. I mean, at all. It needs to be, but it doesn't smell
Like anything.
Like anything. So, and the people that told me about this were antique quilt people, and they said that it also works for smoke, those kinds of things. So it's the weirdest thing, and I'm not kidding. It totally, totally works. I was super, super skeptical. It totally works. What you do is you use Febreze. Don't spray it right directly on your fabric. And Febreze, the reason I think that Febreze works is because there is some sort of a chemical component in there for breaking down aromatics. So I'm sure there is some sort of a chemistry that's going on. So what you do is you take your Febreze, and when I used this one, I took like probably 3 paper towels, and I had saturated the paper towels, and I put the paper towels and this block in a Ziploc bag, and I sealed it for 6 weeks.
Ooh, okay.
Long
period of
time.
time. Okay.
Long time. Took it out, and I thought there's no way this was going to work. It totally worked. I never did a single other thing to it. But you can also do it with something that if you've already washed it, because sometimes when you're washing things, you might wash them with vinegar or soda, all of those other things that we know will work, and it takes a lot. And even in soaking it, it takes a lot. And sometimes it works. Oftentimes it doesn't. I don't know why this works. I don't know what the chemical thing is. But I also then did it. We did have a quilt. It was a small one, same thing, and it was smoke damaged, and we did the same thing. But what I did is I used like a rag and soaked it, did the same thing, put it in that was a 2-gallon
Sorry.
Ziploc. They also have like 4-gallon Ziploc bags.
Yeah.
You don't need to necessarily take all of the air out of it.
Can you do one of those actual air suction bags?
You can. You don't have to take all of the air out of it. In fact, I think that you want a little bit of, I don't want to say circulation, but I think you want it to move around a little bit in there. But it just has to be sealed so that the effects of the Febreze do not get out of the bag. And then I would say that you could test it. You know, I really would leave it in there for 4 to 6 weeks. You could open it up, take it out, shake it, and then you can repeat it. Because then after you've done that, you can go ahead and launder it. Yeah. You know, whether it's your clothes, the quilt, the whatever, you can go ahead and throw it in the washer and launder it. But that smell of that smoke, it totally works. It works for mildew. It works for that dank. I mean, I don't even know how to describe a 130-year-old block, but it
smells like an unfinished basement.
It smells. It does. It
With
smells
some extra
so
goodness in
bad.
there.
And you were gonna grab my hair.
She's thinking about it.
You
Nana's on to you.
Grab my hair. Anyway, so Pam, that's what you do. That's what you do, and it totally works. And 6 weeks seems like a long time. What else are you gonna do? You don't want to throw it away.
Right.
You don't want to just keep washing it, worrying about wearing down those fibers, because what vinegar is muriatic acid.
Right.
And so that's why it works. And so it can be harsh. That's why we break it down with water when we use it as cleaning. So that's what I would do.
Now, if it's too big, like if it's one of these like big king size quilts, is it possible if you can't find a bag, could you do like oh no, you probably don't. I was thinking like a big plastic Tupperware, but you don't want that plastic smell. So
you don't want that plastic
just as bad as smell. So yeah,
I think
really
you're just going to have to find some great big but
bag.
you can do like, I don't think that mattress bags that you can get are...
Well, I know you can get huge vacuum seal bags.
Yeah.
You know, I think they
just put them in there and
go to
don't
Ross.
take... Right, right. And just don't take all of that air out. You do need some circulation.
Sure,
in
that
there,
makes
but
sense.
that's what I would use. Yeah.
Well,
those
cool.
things. Anyway, that's what you do. So I told Pam, I said, well, I'm gonna show you.
Get the smell out.
Because I thought, oh, it's too much to type and too much to text. And I thought, oh, I'll just demonstrate it. But you can't have this. This cannot take a little baby girl's hands.
No.
But this can. And these are things you can do with those old blocks of
Turn them
dust.
into bowl fillers.
Bowl fillers.
Pin cushions. Ornaments. Whatever you
Boppers.
want. Boppers.
Baby boppers.
Beavers.
Baby boppers.
She is please.
I'll take it. She wants now. She wants coffee.
Yeah, I'm going for your
She's
coffee.
crawling now.
She's a menace.
She is a menace.
Oopsies. Whoopsies.
Rawr. Somebody said, "Oh, wait till she walks." It's like, oh yeah.
We know.
We have to have the cage.
Baby gates and cages, huh? Mm-hmm. That's what it is.
She's such a day waster.
Yeah, she is.
We spend so much time just watching her and laughing.
She's pretty fun.
All right. Okay.
She's like, what?
What? We're gonna go find her some toys. I'm gonna gather all of our stuff, and we will open with the link for, because if we're only gonna take 25, we'll give you guys that head thought about that, because it will end up being, it's that first week in November is when it's gonna be, and what we'll do is we'll probably do it at like a, kind of 3 o'clock.
Yeah, I was going to say,
so that it
kind of afternoon.
I'm not giving that to you. It's coffee.
But the good thing about our Zoom classes is we also record it. So if something happens and life gets in the way and you're going to miss the class, or you have to, you can't be there the whole time, we record the whole thing so that you can watch the whole thing later. All the questions, all the commentary, everything. So you can always watch it later. So there is that option, but we would like you to be there and hang out with us.
Because a lot of it is just that little technique. We give you a little test circle thing too, just to understand how the water moves the color and where that little barrier is and that you can't use that much water. And so we'll show you all of that. And but we won't know for sure.
Yeah, but we'll know tonight at box opening. So we'll start that. So be sure to watch that or get signed up.
Get signed up.
Alrighty. We're out of time.
All right. Bye. Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at FabricPatch.net.
Stop pulling on you. Stop pulling on you.
I'll pull on you. You get hugs.
You get hugs.
I get tugs.
I'll take the hugs.
Oh.
Do I get a hug? And then there's you.